cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off into fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know?
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. I'm definitely feeling better today. Got a little congestion, but, back in the swing of things. Melissa, how are you doing? Teresa, hit the thumbs up. Hot mess. Hey, y'all. Melly, it's all good. Definitely understand. Appreciate you, and it's very difficult. Wow, the chat's flying for modding for 15 plus years. Hello, everybody. Definitely feeling better. And tomorrow's Friday with a 3-day weekend. So you know how that goes. Yeah, Melissa, send me an email. I've been waiting for an email from you. Sadie's mama, hope you're feeling better. And, well, everybody, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. And share my content. Today, we're going to talk about the cause of death and explain it by using or having experts. So I found a news article that talks about the cause of death being revealed, even though we all know it should not have been revealed because of Madeline's age. She just turned 13, and Gail Overly says, yay, 3-day weekend. That's right. Portuguese wifey. What's up, Jay? Guilty of crime, family. I missed you. Thank you, everybody that made it today. You guys can support the channel by liking. If you forgot to subscribe, please do. And then share my content. All right? It definitely helps. You guys did awesome yesterday. You guys donated lots of memberships, 25 memberships yesterday. And lots of super chats and super stickers. So let's keep that going. If you just can afford the like button, hit the like. All right. Hey, Jay, it's Betsy in Massachusetts. What's up? Yeah, I definitely am feeling much better. I'm on the road. So Randy B, where you at? Smash that like. Synth Serber, hello. Jamie Ferrero. All right, let's get into it. We're going to listen to some more audio today after we go over the news, the news clip. Fox 35 Orlando, Madeline Soto, possible cause of death revealed in new documents. Now, please do keep in mind that the cause of death should not have even been released at all, which is crazy because we were speculating a while back what it was. We actually thought it might have been blunt force trauma at one point. And we said, oh, it's not going to come out. I said, because I can't hear you all, but I said it's not going to come out for a while because Maddie's dad is not going to want to release it. And Jen Soto she still got say about Maddie and what happened. So Anna Orlando, thank you. You bought a subscription for me. It's very nice of you. If you didn't watch the members only, please go back and watch it, like it, and get a membership if you don't have one. Everything helps. All right. Jamie says, I don't know who she's talking to, but I think she's talking to Melly. You're everywhere. Melly's everywhere. What's up, Lolo? All right. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this possible cause of death revealed. Now, keep in mind it is a possible cause of death because remember when Court TV announced that Stephan Stearns was at Maddie's birthday party and turns out that he wasn't, and we saw a balloon, probably photoshopped. Well, this is not the case, but this shouldn't have been released technically. So let's go. Make sure the volume's loud enough. It's a 2.5-minute clip. I don't want to miss any of it. And it made it to Fox rather than WFTV. It's actually on Fox Local.
That's one of the biggest new details that we just learned about the killing of Maddie Soto.
Kissimmee police just released more new documents from the investigation. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth joins us live now. So, Randy, what have you learned?
Hey, good evening to you both. So yes, this new round of documents has come from the Kissimmee Police Department, and it gives the investigators a view of how they work this case, specifically with this department. As you mentioned, it gives more information into how Maddie allegedly died. It also has more interviews with Maddie's mom, also an interview with their roommate about what she heard the day Maddie was reported missing.
Just days after Maddie Soto turned 13 years old, she was killed. Fox 35 has learned the medical examiner believes she was strangled to death. That's what's listed in new case reports released by the Kissimmee Police Department. Death as strangulation, and the manner of death is homicide. Maddie's mom's boyfriend, Stephan Stearns, is charged in the teen's murder. The new reports also note a roommate who lived with Maddie and her mom, Jennifer Soto, noticed things were off the day the teen disappeared. The woman told police she heard loud noises around 2:30 in the morning coming from Stearns' room, saying it sounded like someone was, quote, putting things on a table. In a police interview, Soto said she had told Maddie to sleep in Stearns' room so that she could get, quote, a good night's rest. She says,
Now, what does that mean, putting things on a table? I'm a little confused. This is the third or fourth time I've heard that. What does it sound like to put things on a table? That's a weird statement to say. And hello, everybody. Justice for Madeline. Absolutely. Don't forget to hit the like button. We want complete and utter justice for Maddie. What does that mean to put something on the table? What does that sound like? I've never heard that sound of putting something on the table. Interesting. I mean, I know what it sounds like to, put a glass or put some puffers down on the table, but I guess, yeah, there you go. Why didn't they say I heard a thump noise or a noise that sounded something that was bumping or you're right. That's a weird statement. That is a really weird statement. I've never heard that. Maybe a sound of a gun being placed on top of a dresser, Joyce Batista says, but that's just a weird statement. It sounds like somebody is putting something on the dresser. What does that mean? Okay, like a slamming noise. That would have been good to hear. Yeah, interesting. Has she heard them put stuff on the table before, maybe? Did they walk in the kitchen and put something on the table? A thud? Yeah, Sebastian had a noise like that too. And somebody says it fought back being strangled, they would have knocked the table and the stuff on it. Right. Very interesting. I wonder, it's oddly specific. Sounds like a table being set with glasses or dishes. It's just oddly specific to hear somebody putting something on a table. I wonder if she's heard that before. That might make sense because they can't speak English. That might be a really good meaning of that. And Jamie, I'm going to get into the interviews with the teacher and guidance counselor. I haven't got into that yet. And I've got into it. I just haven't played it here. So yeah, that's a strange way to put it. Maybe it's because English is their second language. I don't know, but I want to talk to those roommates. Thank you. I thought I was the only one that was like, wait, what does that mean? All right, let's finish this.
as he was going upstairs and downstairs and in and out of the apartment that morning. Also washing clothes, which she says she'd never seen him do. Stearns told police he dropped Maddie off near Hunters Creek Middle School in the morning of February 26th, but police say that never happened. Her body was found March 1st in a grassy area near St. Cloud in Osceola County. Detectives noted her socks were clean, which they say indicate she was placed there and didn't walk there. During the initial search for Maddie, investigators say they also found video evidence that Stearns allegedly sexually abused the teen. Kissimmee detectives noted that Maddie's mom, Jennifer Soto, testified she didn't know of the alleged abuse.
And look at him in the background. I feel like he's doing this because, remember, his hand got kind of cut up from that tire that he was changing, or maybe it was Maddie fighting back. Yeah, I don't think it was the table but that's funny. And Karen Doubtfire just became a new member. Thank you for supporting the channel. Everybody's so nice in chat. Rosie's like, thank you, Karen. Yeah, you guys are awesome. It's like you guys are your own mods. So Maddie, Maddie was dressed by Stearns possibly because why would she have been wearing her school clothes in the middle of the night or the early morning? It also makes me wonder if Jen helped him dress her, because she was very specific about what Maddie was wearing that morning. So because she was so specific, it makes me wonder, did she get her dressed? Did she pick out the clothes? What is the deal with that? And Bree, Wyndham, I am feeling a lot better. I'm still congested, but just get through it. Now, subscribe to the channel. I think the DNA is under her nails, and I hope so. It would be nice if Jen's DNA was under there too. All right. Very odd statement. Allison, we just got in here too. We're all good. We said hi to everybody. Hit the like button on your way in. All right. We're going to listen to the experts here soon about the cause of death. And I think this might be the final one. I mean, again, we shouldn't know about it, but It did get released, and I had a feeling it would get released during the time of trial, but it came out pretty early.
Abuse until after Maddie was missing. When asked what she thought Stearns was guilty of, she reportedly told a detective, quote, "He's been grooming and abusing my child." The report notes when asked if she thought Stearns killed Maddie, she said, quote, "At this point, I do."
Stearns has a status hearing coming up in October. And listen, if you want to continue to follow this story, all the latest with this investigation, you can find this story in the news app right now. Reporting live tonight, Randy.
All right, we do want to follow this story. I'm glad that it's making it to Fox. I'm glad that this is getting international attention. And I hope that the international attention means that they're going to focus in on Jen Soto and everybody that was involved in this. I think everybody that didn't do anything should also be questioned, held accountable. I don't know what that's going to mean, but we want justice for Maddie. And hello, witch. I believe that Maddie will bring all the guilty to justice. I hope so. I really do. All right. This case just bothers me so much. Stephan Stearns bothers me. Jen Soto bothers me, of course. I just want her to be arrested for something at this point. All right. So we're gonna listen to this, and it's Madeline Soto talking about her life being taken and the medical examiner determining the cause of death. So this helps to understand it a little more and what exactly happened. I still think that Jen Soto had some involvement. If she didn't have involvement in the taking of Maddie's life, I think that she definitely, even if she unknowingly handed Maddie over to Stephan Stearns, she still handed her daughter over to Stephan Stearns and let him do what he wants. She knew he was kinky. She knew that he liked the we'll say butt play. She knew that he had kinks. I almost think he was a sex addict, in my opinion, with all the different kinds of PORN that he had, and just she knew what his kinks were. She slept with that man for years. Yeah, neglect at the very least, which would bring 5 years, and then obstruction of justice another 5 at 85% with a fine or a fee. I think she should be getting something. I don't think she should walk away like this, and I don't think she should just be a witness. So let's listen to what the medical examiner determines the cause or the COD to be.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stephan Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day.
Now for what's tipping the scales, there are some brand new developments in the death of 13-year-old Madeline Soto. Investigators now revealing she was strangled to death. Her body found in a wooded area back in March, just days after she was reported missing. Court TV has been pouring through those new.
Now, I wonder if they're going to say that again. What I read was asphyxiation. And yeah, Jen called her sex life vanilla. But what Stephan Stearns was into wasn't necessarily that. She knew something was off, but she also told the officers to get Stephan Stearns a lawyer. Actually, she told the dad, I'm sorry. She told the dad, I believe, to get Stephan Stearns a lawyer. She called the dad. Yeah, she knew he was filming under the doors too. I don't know if she knew that, but I'm gonna have to get to that part. I can't recall if she knew that, but I do know that she knew he was in the kinky stuff and she didn't do anything. And yeah, no matter what people want to do, just not with a 13-year-old. Not with a 13-year-old. Melly says she knew. I wonder, when we're listening to those when we're listening to the interviews, everybody, you gotta tell me if I'm just delusional or what, but is it the case that the officers, the male officers are a little bit more chill with her, but tell me that female officer isn't getting upset with the way she's talking and isn't annoyed and can't, and it sounds like in her voice she can tell that she's lying. She's like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like that's the case, and I don't think it's getting by her. OOFT, oofed. We just started about 15 minutes. What's up, Tech Bird? Chat's flying. Hello to everybody. Yeah, I agree with, of course she is, and she knew what's up with that ass clown. Yeah, ass clown is right. It's easy to judge, but place yourself in that environment. She knew, and she knew the signs because she was hyper vigilant. She said she was hyper vigilant about not letting Maddie sleep with Stephan for years. And then after that, she did. So Jack Stormos says, I really am not understanding why Jen isn't arrested. You know what? I was going to say that. I was going to say that maybe it's been floating around that possibly they want Jen to feel comfortable. They want her to feel like, oh, I'm not going to get arrested, and maybe she'll talk, or maybe she'll talk to the police with her lawyer. I don't think she's going to talk to Stephan because I believe they have an order to a no contact order, which includes her. But I do think that she's going to be really comfortable, and that might be because they're saying they're not going to arrest her. Yeah, go to room number 4. That in itself should be a crime. Right,
Newly released documents that also indicate that the 13-year-old's body showed signs of decomposition on one side of her face and on her hands. Now, Stephan Stearns, her mom's boyfriend, has been accused of murdering Madeline. He's also accused of a slew of sex crimes charges pertaining to Madeline after investigators.
Thanks for bringing that up, Heather Smith. Does she have a lawyer? She does have a lawyer. I don't know who it is because they haven't come out yet. She's not in the paperwork with her lawyer, but it's a rumor around Florida that Juan Baez, or Jose Baez, I'm sorry, did I say it right? Juan, Jose Baez is her lawyer. Now, you know what he does, right? Baez will take a case. He's a Casey Anthony lawyer. He'll take a case for nothing, and then he collects profits from whatever the sales of a movie are, or the documentary, or the book, or whatever it is nowadays. Yeah, a lot of people say they hate him, but I'm telling you, that's what he does. That's what he did with Casey Anthony. He took the case, he killed it. No pun intended. He killed it, and then he profited off of it. Casey Anthony got off. All right. Jose Baez. Yeah, Jose Baez is the rumor in Florida. The ladies that I've talked to in Florida tell me that Baez gets a lot of media attention, and that there's a possibility that he's going to take this case. He's an old man. Look at all the white hair and his chin in that altered photo. He was all dark hair and bug eyes. Yeah, he is an old man, and he was doing that to Maddie. It's disgusting, and I feel so bad. The condition of Maddie's room being a partition should be child neglect. There's so many things that should be child neglect. Having your daughter in the room with a gun should be neglect. Oh, God, you guys just killing me. All right.
Said they discovered thousands of disturbing pictures and videos collected from his cell phone. Now, Stearns has maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to all of the charges. Here to break it all down, let me welcome back in criminal defense and civil rights attorney Casey Early, and want to welcome in Court TV digital producer Lauren Silver. Lauren, I want to start with you, please, as you have been really pouring through these documents. Would you walk us through some of the biggest takeaways that you had in going through these and the questions that we've been really waiting for quite some time to get answers to?
Sure. Thank you for having me. So we knew that her body was found on.
Can I tell you something? He didn't take Letitia Stauch's case because Letitia Stauch was guilty, and she pled that way by reason of insanity. So Letitia Stauch is not really going to, well, she's not going to get off, and she's not going to be writing a book that people support because she got off, because she didn't. And she did those crazy, she actually pled that she was, she had some weird illness where she forgot, and multiple personalities. So that's different. That's definitely different than trying to get somebody off. In Jen Soto's case, she has not been arrested. Will she be arrested? I don't know. And there's a poem on Plunder. Maybe I can show that. Carly, if you want to email that to me, I'll read it and ask your opinions on what you think that is, because I'm not sure who wrote that for her. I'm wondering if Stephan Stearns wrote that, or if it was a kid. The writing looks a bit older. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Carly, if you want to message me that. Bestie, you're my bestie 77. Thank you. 10 pounds. I'm a warrior and survivor of abuse from, oh man, age 5 to 16. God gives us his toughest battle to the strongest soldiers. Thank you for being a voice for the voiceless. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting this case and my channel. And I mean, we love you. We love chatting with you. You bring the best to our group. So thank you. Thank you. Poem sounds like her mother. Well, I want to read it. And if I have to, I'll email it to myself. I think I have a text message of it. All right, let's keep going and I'll pull it up after.
March 1st, days after she was reported missing on February 26th. We knew she was found in a wooded area, but this is the first time we're hearing about the condition her body was in and anything about the autopsy. Those had been sealed. So we now know when the body was found, they did note decomposition to half of her face and to her hands. We do not know if that was because of injury or because of just the environment in Florida. Investigators noted that the bottoms of her socks were completely clean. She had been wearing Crocs, but there was no dirt on the bottom of her socks, which means to them that she did not walk to where she was found. She had to have been carried there. The medical examiner also immediately noted at the scene that the right portion of the hyoid bone was not intact. That is a bone in your neck that generally indicates strangulation, but it wasn't until several weeks later that she was in fact ruled a homicide by strangulation.
That's so sad that she had decomp on her face and her hands. Oh, I can't even imagine. And thank you, Carly. I don't know where my phone is right now. I think I went into Reese's room and I think I dropped it on her bed or something because I was laying down in there. So yeah, thank you for emailing that to me. What's up, Kimberly McDonald? I'm so sad about Maddie. I can't even imagine. Now remember, they did not bury Maddie; they had her cremated, so there was no open casket or anything, and it's very odd, and it's always highly suspicious when a parent or a spouse cremates somebody right away and just gets, funeral comes, cremation, and off. It really bothers me. I hope the detectives did and the medical examiners did all the tests and checked for different levels of things, made sure, how much drugs were in the system, etc. Because they just cremated her right away. Ugh, disgusting.
And that's so huge. All of this so huge, Lauren. The hyoid bone, that's something I can remember just listening to discussions that Dr. Cyril Wecht would have. That's such an indication. Whenever I hear that bone is fractured, I think strangulation because of what he's taught me. And so now when we think about this, we are wondering, does this perhaps, investigators have known these things, the public, it's new to us, right? Does it change in any way the case against Stephan Stearns? And do we think that perhaps mom might be charged at some point? In what came out yesterday, I know it was revealed that mom knew they were sleeping, together in the same bed. She didn't like it, she said. She said she didn't have much of a sex life with Stephan Stearns, but knew of that close contact with Madeline. Casey, let me go to you on this. Your thoughts, do you think we're going to see mom brought in?
I think there needs to be a deeper investigation into mom, because every time I think about Madeline, I think about my own daughter who's 13 years old right now. And then you can do a comparison about what's inappropriate and what's appropriate. And in this case, everything that I hear is inappropriate. The fact that he's not even a biological father, he's just a boyfriend, not stepdad, so to speak, because the relationship wasn't long enough. But the fact that she didn't see anything wrong.
Well, the relationship was long enough, but he was overly playing their relationship. He was overly stating it. He acted like he was her father. He acted like he was very involved. He acted like he cared so much. And he also was telling officers and Jen and everybody that would listen that, he felt like it was his fault that she went missing. So many things that he talked about were verbal leakage, literally. It was his fault. It was his fault. And he was telling anybody that he could that he feels like it was his fault, because it was. I don't know if it was all his fault, but I think Jen played a big part in it, and I definitely think they need to question her further.
On with it. You don't have a sex life, but you're in the same bed with a 13-year-old girl. And then the totality of the circumstances, when you're thinking mitigation as a defense attorney, if there's a lot of evidence, whether it's circumstantial or direct evidence, then you want to mitigate. But then you look at all of the evidence against him, the photos that was captured on his phone, the inappropriate photos, the sexual photos, and everything that we're hearing. This is a difficult case, but it's also a sad case. I do a lot of sex cases. And one thing I conduct of my defendants is a psychosexual evaluation, because it goes deeper, and it shows a different side of the defendant for purposes of mitigation. So, of course, law enforcement would need to investigate mom further because there's some things that were inappropriate that mom should have known better.
You're right, Casey. Mom should have known better. Lauren, let me go back to you. Tell us a little bit about some other details that you were able to glean from those documents you were reading yesterday.
Well, every time we get a new document, we seem to get more information about what police have been given by Jennifer Soto, her descriptions of her relationship with Stephan, and Stephan's relationship with Madeline. We did know they sort of had an on-again, off-again relationship. In the most recent interviews, she told them that they broke up because he was, quote, a messy person. And Jennifer told police that they rarely, if ever, had sex. She described it as vanilla if they did. But she did say that he very much wanted to have anal sex, which she was not interested in. And in terms of sleep, having her daughter sleep,
she was not interested in, so please go sleep with my daughter. Go to bed. I need a good night's sleep. Ginger snaps. Hi, all. I mean, this is just, I think everybody's pointing the finger at Jen and needing to be questioned further. I mean, we want to arrest Jen Soto, and that can't happen until she gets properly questioned. Now, when we listen to a lot of the questioning in these audio tapes, I don't feel like they're properly questioning her. I think the closest they come is the female officer. The female officer is very skeptical about what she's saying, and she's like, okay, tell me more. Now, what about this? Why'd you do this? The male officer, not so much, but I think they need to seriously have an interrogation, and maybe they are working on that. Maybe we don't know, but I have a feeling it's going to come, another month or so. We're going to come and they're going to say, well, we couldn't find anything. We checked her phone. We didn't get anything. And we're going to be very disappointed. When you have hope like that, sometimes you're really disappointed. So, Graciela Gonzalez, hey crew, I'm wearing a new Guilty of Crime hoodie. Love it. Yay. Thank you. Thank you for purchasing a Guilty of Crime hoodie, and I hope you're rocking it. I love those hoodies. Thank you. And Janet, you're amazing. Thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Awesome. You guys are so cool. So you guys are so supportive, man. All right. Let's keep going, and then we'll listen to some more interrogation, and we'll go over that weird poem.
In the bed. She admitted to having her daughter sleep in the bed. In fact, the night before she disappeared, she said that she had sent her daughter to sleep in Stephan's bed. And when police pushed her about that, she then said that she wasn't really comfortable with him sleeping in Stephan's bed, but she said that it was a selfish move because she wanted a good night's sleep. So sort of turning around, admitting that it was a poor idea. She also, in later interviews, described Stephan as a, quote, master liar and a master manipulator, but didn't go into any details about why she may be saying that. I would be very curious about what in their relationship made her say that.
Wow, Lauren, this is sickening. So let's back up a second. Casey, mom tells police that she wanted to get a good night's sleep. And we remember Madeline had a birthday party. So she sends her daughter in to sleep with her boyfriend so she can sleep alone and have a good snooze. Your reaction to that?
Red flag, red flag, red flag. And this is why mom needs to be investigated further. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. You want a good night's sleep, so you put the priorities of you over your child. Parents are nurturers, and we have this ability to know what's right versus what's wrong. So that just doesn't sit well with me. And it appears that as she speaks further and investigated further, you hear things. It's like, that's not right. Something doesn't seem right. So I do believe another interview or investigation, deeper investigation, should be required so that we can find out what, if anything else, occurred in this household during that time that they were together.
Exactly, Casey. Lauren, back to you, please. There was a reference to an anesthetic that was found in the searching of Stephan Stern's electronics. What did you learn about that?
So the information coming out of what's been found on Stephan Stern's phones and electronics has mostly been limited to descriptions of thousands of pictures of minors engaged in sexual acts. But now,
that's interesting because I heard it today. I'm looking at it today, and someone said yesterday that the thousands of pictures he had weren't just Maddie. So I don't know if that's the case. They're just unknown children that he was trading. He was trading pictures on what's the name of that app where the guy got arrested too. I can't even think of it right now, but yes, that app that the co-founder, Telegram, yes, they trade him on Telegram, and when we were talking with Oblivious Benson about it, apparently you have to trade content to get content, so they know that you're actually part of that community. And some of that means, yeah, thank you guys, Telegram. Some of that means that you have to show your body part and prove that it's you. So you have to show a picture of something, maybe your pinky winky, and then show that that's yours, and then send a picture with that and the person. So you're abusing them and they know that it's you. So awful. And yeah, Telegram, the one of the founders just got arrested, and it was because they don't have enough monitoring on it, or enough monitoring or policing, whatever. So I'm glad that guy got arrested. I hope they crack down on it. I don't know how they're going to do, but sometimes you can't, there's nothing you can do with those kind of things that are out in the cyber world. Chanel, how do I say that? I'm going to just call you C. They say that mother is the name of God in the lips and in the heart of all the children she protects. Well, that is not Jen Soto. Am I correct? Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Is there a troll in here? Let's get the troll removed if there's a troll in here. We're talking about Madeline Soto, and we need complete and utter justice for her without interruption. So thank you, Adam. If there's a troll, I say get out of here before you get kicked. All right. Man, this is just Stern searched Sevo Florane on multiple dates. It's an anesthetic using during, man, he was using that on Maddie, I bet, used during general surgery. And I wonder if that came up at all in her toxicology.
We are hearing that he searched a drug called sevoflurane multiple times, and that he searched it with the term show up in drug test. So I did look it up. Sevoflurane is an anesthetic. It's used in general surgery and is only used under the direction of a doctor, like via IV. This is not a drug you could pick up at a CVS or a Walgreens. So we don't know in what context this was, but I do think it's worth noting that while we have gotten confirmation that Madeline Stearns was strangled to death, we have not gotten any kind of toxicology report. So we don't know what her hormone levels were, if there were any drugs in her system, or if there was anything else going on there. So this adds a lot of questions, not a lot of answers.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point, Lauren. And we
also, so beautiful. In this picture, she looks like she has a little bit of weight put on her, and a lot of people think that she was pregnant. I'm trying to find that image again. Oh, I can't find it. Let me go back a little bit. All right, so right there, it says 12. Oh, and this one, it must have been the year before. It says 1, 2, 12th birthday. So she had filled out a little bit. This actually is not her 13th birthday, everybody. This was the year before. So a lot of people were saying she looked a little bit chunkier, and that was the year before. She actually thinned out on her 13th birthday. So sad knowing that she was also assaulted that day, everybody. 10 to 13 body changes so much. I agree. They start to thin out as they get older too. You see kind of that baby fat, and then it goes away. And thank you, Adam. I saw somebody in there. I saw the guy and I timed him out. Bestie, my bestie, super sticker, $1.99, $1.99 pound. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Did I miss anything? Oh, I missed Sister Carol Ann Clark. Member for 4 months. Started when Maddie was 7. He'll get the death penalty. He needs the death penalty, and Jen just needs to be arrested. I will be happy with her being arrested. Thank you again, bestie. My bestie 77. All right, let's keep going.
So this adds a lot of questions, not a lot of answers.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point, Lauren. And I remember hearing that these reports would be.
All right, y'all. Make sure that your gifting memberships are on. Bestie 77 Stacy Best just gifted 5 guilty of crime memberships. So hopefully you get one. If you hopefully the people that want one really get a membership, not any trolls. Randy says smash that like button. I just heard on podcast, you should look it up. It's gross and totally from him. Are you talking about the note? All right, we're going to pull it up next. If you're talking about the poem, I mean.
Under seal, her cause of death would be under seal for some time in Florida, something that had to do with the fact that this might have occurred in the context of a domestic situation. Casey, if you know, can you shed a little bit of light on why?
That's what I'm curious about. 9 thumbs up. I have the document. I have the incident report that says it was asphyxiation. And they're releasing the documents that are saying that it's strangulation, and the hyoid bone was broken, or something that the hyoid bone was in a position to where she was strangled. So I don't know why it's released. I don't actually have the autopsy report, so they don't have the autopsy where you can see the marks that happened, but I'm curious about that too. All right. And Busy Mom, how you get a gifted membership is by interacting with chat and making sure that that you have gifting on. So Chumba would like a membership, so please keep talking. Millie, everyone, I'm a bit late, but amazing to catch a live. All right, let's go.
Why now may we be seeing these documents unsealed in Florida on this one when we thought we wouldn't ever get to see them anytime soon?
Well, it depends, especially with sexual cases, whether you're dealing with sexual battery with minors or sexual battery with victims who are over the age of 18 but intoxicated or heavily induced by drugs. Priority is protecting the identity of the alleged victim in this case, but also protecting the integrity of the investigation, especially if it's ongoing. And then obviously,
you guys are 700, and at one point there it's 709, but there were 720 people in chat. Please do hit that like button if you like the content that I provide. Also subscribe if you haven't, and then share with people. Let them know what we're doing here. So I don't understand why this was released, but it is. And I don't know how far it's going to go or when they're going to let out more, but we don't know that. Madeline's dad might okay it, and Jen, if she gets arrested, has no say. I don't know. What's up, JVA? Watching from Ireland. Love your content. Well, thank you. You guys are too sweet.
So once you get to the discovery phase and the investigation is complete, some of these documents are made available. So it depends on the status of the case, but oftentimes with sexual cases.
All right, y'all. Make sure your memberships are on. I'm going to call you C or Chow. I'm going to call you Chow. Just gifted 5 memberships, and then Penny Green gifted 5 more memberships. So we got 15 memberships gifted tonight. Actually, we got 20. 5, 10, 15, and 20. Teresa also gifted 5 memberships. I'm sorry I missed that, Teresa. We got 20 memberships gifted tonight. So please turn your notifications on and make sure that you interact if you want a membership. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
They're usually under sale for those reasons.
For identity purposes. Casey, thank you for that. So now we wait to see if Jennifer Soto is going to be charged. Lauren Silver, lastly to you, was there any response or anything? Has Jennifer Soto said anything publicly since the document dropped yesterday?
She has not said anything public. She notes in the interviews with police that she has been hiding, that she has not going out of the house. She is staying with family. She is scared.
There you go.
And police do note after every interview that they do believe she did not have knowledge of any of this.
Appreciate it. This has been such a great discussion with you both. Lauren Silver, Casey Early, thank you both so much.
All right. So what we've been speculating is true, everybody. She has been hiding out, and she's hiding out with the family. Her family is supporting her. Jay's crew is awesome. Yes, the crime crew is amazing. You guys are the best. And unbelievable. I love when things get confirmed. I told you the only time we've ever seen Jen out is the only time we've seen Jen out is in the very beginning. And one of the neighbors that has a Ring camera saw her pacing back and forth. And then after that, she was gone. So I believe she's with Stephanie, her sister, or her mother in that house that we saw Maddie in for her birthday. So our speculation we just heard about. She said she's hiding out. She did not go to Maddie's birthday party. She did not go to Maddie's funeral. She did not go to Maddie's memorial. And she did not go to Maddie's vigil. So she has been hiding out. I really wish she would just get arrested for something. All right, let's look at that note. There's a police body cam. There's a 10-year-old Rock Island boy that was found dead in a trash can, and the mom's interrogated for doing it. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, but I kind of wanted to present that case to you guys. Not right now, but something that I'm looking to do, because this poor kid got stuffed in a trash can. All right, her mom and sister didn't like her, but they're supporting family. It doesn't matter if you like family or not. Sometimes you have to support them because that's what a lot of their cultures say. Yeah, hiding because she knows she's guilty. I agree with that, Marilyn Gonzalez. All right, let's look at this note. Does anybody know about this note? Whose writing is this? Who wrote this to Maddie? It doesn't look like a kid. It looks like an adult trying to have nice writing. Jose Baez probably has Jen stashed away with Casey Anthony, right? They're in that same little compound house thing. I feel like that's Stern's note. I do too. I wish we had a handwriting from him so we can see. Okay, so Kenneth at guilty of crime. Gaelic. Huh. All right. No, I wait for you, Jay. It's SS's writing. Okay, it's Stephanson's writing. All right, let's read this. I'll read it to you. I'll read you guys a poem. It wouldn't be a sick poem if... oh, look at this. I didn't see this before. Check this out. It says, for Maddie, with a little heart on it. So I wasn't even sure what this poem was. I did not see this until I have it up on this big-ass screen. I have a big screen in front of me, everybody. All right, so I'm watching all you guys speculate because it sounds like a creepo. You say, ugh, he's gross. I'm glad you guys can read it. And I wonder when this came. I wish there was a date on it. It does sound like it was written after he took her life. Let me read it. Okay. For Maddie, it would be creepy if he did it after her life, after he took her life, but always. It's called always. Your hair? Oh my goodness, it was. It does say what? It looks like it was after. It was written in pencil and overlaid with ink. He was obsessed with her. Oh, you sent me the back of the letter? Okay, I'll check that out after. Okay. This looks like after, folks. Always. Your hair was like honey, with eyes stormy blue. Gone far too soon. Yeah, it is after. I will always miss you. And it is written. It's written in pencil and then inked over. Your smile was a treasure. Your laughter filled the room. This world is not the same. I will always miss you. I loved you so much. I would have died for you. With no end to my tears, I will always miss you. Not a very good poem, but as I held you in my arms, my heart died with you. Rest in peace, sweetheart. I will always miss you. Oh, that's creepy. So if she was in his arms, yeah, it's past tense. It's past tense. How was she in his arms? All right, I'm going to enter another part, the last part. Yeah, rest in peace, sweetheart. As I held you in my arms, my heart died with you. Rest in peace, sweetheart. I will always miss you. He wrote about Maddie, but I want to know where it came from. Let me look at the other side of it. Okay, back a letter. That's creepy as fuck, everybody. All right, so it looks like a little note. Like somebody wrote it and then folded it up like a little note. Do we actually know where that came from? And this is evidence right here that holds you in my arms. Nobody held her in their arms unless they took her life. Yeah, since Cerber, she died in his arms. My daughter says, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Those words he used to the police, not the same without her. She's such a happy girl. It does look like jail paper, and that is a freaking confession, in my opinion. Wow, that's so creepy, y'all. No, it wasn't, because Stephan Stearns has been in jail the whole time. I don't know where that was left. Yeah, folded like it was in high school. Yeah, this poem is scary. If I saw this, straight up weirdos, Jen and Stephan, right? So if he did that, if he wrote that and he did that and he took her life and held her in his arms, I'm thinking that, it was partial of Jen Soto that did the taking of Maddie's life, and Stephan Stearns was caught in the middle and ended up dumping her body. I don't know that he wanted to take her life. I don't know why this is public before trial, but why is her cause of death public when it shouldn't be? Wow, this is creepy. All right. Yeah, they must have found it at Jen's. Let me just put one more time, look it up, because I just need to. This is crazy. All right, one more time, y'all. This is just too much. Oh, we need to see the hand drawings. Yeah, I want to see the hand drawings too. Clearly, he could have got help, in my opinion. She was strangled. Somebody strangled her, and I don't know who that was. But all right, one more time. Always, your hair was like honey, with eyes stormy blue. Gone far too soon. I will always miss you. Yeah, I bet. Your smile was a treasure. Your laughter filled the room. This world is not the same. I will always miss you. I loved you so much. I would have died for you. With no end to my tears, I will always miss you. As I held you in my arms, my heart died with you. Rest in peace, sweetheart. I will always miss you. So creepy, y'all. So creepy. Yeah, the last face that she saw. And y'all, 777. So say a prayer for Maddie that she gets complete and utter justice. This is absolutely one of the creepiest letters I've ever seen in my life. Oh, all right. My heart died with you, right? No kids, sweetheart. My heart died with you. Was meaning past tense to the sicko wrote after yep. All right, and yes, everybody that's asking, I'm definitely feeling better today. I'm still congested, but yeah. Lady Leo's mother allowed her to be essayed for 6 years, maybe more, which led to her taking of her life. Tossed aside like an animal, but Jen goes free. That's not justice. No, it's not. That's not. All right, let's listen to some more while we're on this roll here. And thank you, Carly, for sending that to me. You guys are always so awesome. Oh, I don't want to show my emails. Bree, thank you for helping me put this together. Let's I don't know if you're even here, Bree, right now, but let's finish what we started yesterday, and then there's another one if we have time for it. All right, I don't want to do that big one. Let me do it like this. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. You guys are amazing. 777, complete and utter justice for Maddie. Best mods and best crime crew. Y'all, you guys just rock. I don't even know how I got so blessed to have such a good crew here, chatting and self-modding, basically. Although the moderators are the best and they do a good job. That's why you guys are so.
I don't think I've eaten anything since yesterday.
Oh, he hasn't eaten.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are worried.
When did you come back to help Jen? Is that her name?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, because you live down south, right? When did you come back up north to help her?
I just got here this weekend.
Do you remember what day it was?
Sunday. Sunday was her birthday party, so yeah, it was the evening after her birthday party. Sunday.
Okay. Do you remember what time you got here on Sunday?
8:30ish, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know why they don't know what time that Stephan got there. Thank you, Penny Green. You say you're the best. No, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You guys are amazing. Today we've got 11 altogether gifted memberships. There's 25 gifted memberships, lots of super chats and super stickers. You guys are amazing, and trust me, supporting my channel, you guys supporting my channel really helps for me to keep bringing content, because I can allot the time to do so. So thank you. All right, let me play this, and then I'm gonna try to find that other clip.
Just in time to make sure that she was doing all her nighttime routines.
You know, I have to stop and shout you out. Amy Cray, thank you for gifting 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. We now have 30 Guilty of Crime memberships that were gifted today. All women like gifts. Men like gifts, but women, we love gifts. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go. Thank you, Amy.
You live in North Pole, right?
Yeah, I split my time between the two.
Is that on?
places. Split my time between the two.
Is that Broward County or?
Sarasota County, I believe,
okay.
or Charlotte County, either way. It's my parents' house. They're old. They need help these days. And they got a house full of poodles, and it's chaos. So I needed to come back up here and just get away from that. Between two deaf old people yelling at each other and poodles yapping.
I know that bothers everybody. Every time I hear him say about the poodles and old people, everybody gets so triggered, and they should. What an asshole. Nina Drew, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker. You spoil me every day. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I missed the Lisa D being a member for 1 month. 777. Rest gently, Maddie. Spiritually. Yes. It's a spiritual angel number. All right. And Nina, thank you. Every day you're spoiling me. You guys all are spoiling me.
All the time. It's enough to drive anyone up a wall. Just very happy to be back here.
Did you, when you guys were looking for you guys look?
Me and her stayed local. It was all the rest of the family that mobilized and was beating the bushes. And
Did you guys drive together or separate?
I don't think we drove anywhere when we were looking.
You didn't drive anywhere?
Not that I recall.
Did you guys go anywhere last night? Is that media?
Maybe. I think Fox 35 or something was coming.
If it is, let me tell him to take it.
Okay.
I don't recall. You have to ask her if we went anywhere. I don't recall. I was so zonked out on Ativan at that point. Okay. I was a wreck. I don't.
And this would have been when?
He definitely doesn't look like 37, does he? He looks more like 67 or 77. He looks like an old freaking nasty pedo man. Sorry, I shouldn't even use that word, but yeah, his voice is yuck. And I'm 45. I don't know how he's 37. He's so gross. Yeah, I think some things are gonna come out about that night. I think if they offer him something, which I don't know if they will, but I mean, if he wrote that note, it's getting close to him saying what happened. Yeah, he's definitely weathered.
I don't recall us going anywhere last night, but honestly, at that point, my brain was mush, and I was on so many tranquilizers to keep me stable. It's just.
You said Ativan?
Yeah.
Do you usually take that, or?
Yeah, I have a prescription. I haven't needed it in a long time, though. But
what's that for?
Anxiety.
Okay.
I was having these rolling panic attacks and breaking down crying, and I just.
It got lost. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Here you go. Oh. And
so whiny and just a little bitch. Bestie77, I love your name. Thank you, Stacy Best, for the $5 super sticker. And Scary Sherry always comes in and hooks it up. Thank you so much. Scary Sherry just gave me a $19.99 super chat. You deserve to be spoiled for all you do for us. Thank you. You're so sweet. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
It's the only way I could get to sleep last night. And then again this afternoon. That's why I missed your calls. I'm sorry. I took an Ativan and conked out for a few hours. It's the only time when I'm not crying. It's okay if I just pop down real quick. Yeah.
So we're trying to get just a good idea, times, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm giving my best recollections. I'm not a morning person as it is. So a lot of the times are best guess.
But we know that you go up Jongyang Parkway. That's the road you usually take.
All right, this is where they really start to catch him slipping, and listen closely. Yeah, stop with the theatrics, Stephan Stearns. It's not all about you. We don't give a shit about how you feel. We know you're a freaking addict, and him and Jen definitely capitalize on being an addict and needing their medication, and they were on medication, so they don't know. They definitely weigh heavily on that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
To take her, and then you make a left at that McDonald's, right, which is the town loop.
You can make a left to get there either at the McDonald's or at Town Center itself. They both lead to the school.
So if you leave her at, just so you get a sense of direction, Jongyang Parkway goes northbound and southbound. So you're going northbound into Orange County, making a left at the McDonald's, which is the town loop. You said when you did drop her off at that medium, you said it was around 8:20, 8:30-ish, somewhere around that time.
Somewhere in there, yeah. It was early, but not like outrageously early, you know.
So what would you estimate when you made a left at that McDonald's to be?
After I dropped her off?
No, I'm saying when you dropped her off.
Oh, first left by that McDonald's.
Yeah, when you first go, that first left that you make at the McDonald's.
It had to have been around maybe 8.
That I agree with. Kawasaki, I couldn't have said that better. I've never heard anyone glorify taking meds the way both of them do. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. I have friends that take their anxiety medicine regularly, or gabapentin for their pain. I never hear anyone saying, oh, I was zonked out or tranquilized by my stuff. They just say, oh, I need to take my medication, so I need to eat, or I took my medication, or whatever. They're absolutely glorifying is a good word. I love Scary Sherry's comment. Oh my God, I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I'm tired, blah blah blah, pig.
Maybe quarter after 8, sometime in there.
Okay.
Sometime between 8 and a quarter after, I think.
All right. So just so it's, you can kind of picture it here on the map. So you're going northbound. You make a left here around like 8:10, 8:15. Let's say 8:15, around there. When you get over here, you make a U-turn. You go back to the McDonald's. But you said that she still doesn't want the McDonald's.
Still doesn't want it. She was just going to eat the Danishes that I had given her.
So you're going up here now, still northbound on Jongyang Parkway. You make a left at Town Center this time.
Town Center, then make a right onto, yes.
And then you drop her off around like 8.
Dropped her off around halfway up the road there.
So keep in mind, all of this is still northbound.
Okay.
Right? You're still northbound on Jongyang Parkway. So Why is your car seen going southbound at 8:10? I'll show you what location it is. McDonald's is over here.
Mm-hmm.
At 8:10, your car is seen going southbound at this intersection. So meaning going toward Kissimmee.
Mm-hmm. I had forgotten my gate clicker. I'm sorry. I forgot. I had gone back to the house real quick after we left.
I'm sorry.
Because I forgot my gate clicker. I actually had to go through the front gate and use my parking pass to grab my clicker. So it was the wrong time. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was guesstimating these times.
Now he is apologizing, and if we didn't know that he was guilty, this would be very telling. Bestie, Stacy Best, thank you for the $5 super chat, the £5. No excuse for child abuse. It's time for change. Tougher punishments. Life for jail is not punishment. What about Maddie's life? She had a future. He took it. I agree. They need to be much tougher on SAing. I don't know why judges are so lenient on that. There could be a rapist that does that and they get off in like a matter of years that I can count on my fingers. Why? Why is that? Oh, apologies for the wrong things. This is great. Let's listen to him get caught. Thank you, Stacy Best.
Not a morning person.
Okay.
So yes, we've gone out.
How far did you get before you came back down when you realized you forgot your clicker?
Nearly all the way to the school. And then we turned around. We had plenty of time to kill, so it was time to go back. I rushed back, got the clicker, and that's when I came back here this way.
So you guys came back here to get your clicker?
Correct.
So when we look at the cameras in the front, it's going to show you coming back in
Correct.
here with her in the car?
Yes, with her in the passenger seat,
Okay.
yes.
I know it sounds like we're asking you stupid questions, okay? We just want to verify
okay.
the
I'm
times.
sorry I'm not being more help. I'm not a morning person. I was half asleep as it was. I'm trying.
The clickers to get where?
Into our neighborhood.
Okay. And you forgot the clicker where?
I had forgotten the clicker here.
So how did you get in?
I was able to use my parking sticker for them to scan to let me through.
Okay. So could you not have done that after you dropped her off?
I love that they're calling him out on this. It makes no sense. He sounds ridiculous. Holly S., good to see you. Thank you for the 99-cent super sticker. And what I think possibly in the premeditation were text messages that they found possibly of the over medication or something in the text messages. It may have been that him and Maddie were fighting. Maybe there was an argument. Maybe they were texting each other and there was something in the messages. Either way, I think it was something either over medication or text messages that led up to it.
I could have, but I also like to come back in from the back gate a lot of the times, and I didn't know if I would be back right away. And sometimes they're busy up front, so it's better not to wait in a line.
What time is security usually there at the front gate?
They were there when I came through. He scanned my ticket.
So would it have not just made more sense to drop her off and come back since security's already there?
I don't know if it made more sense. It's just what I did.
Okay. It's just what I did.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Anything else that we haven't asked that you feel is important? Maybe that might help us out.
Make sure you turn your gifting on to receive gifts, folks. Chick just gifted 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. We have like 35 gifted memberships tonight. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. All the support brings me back. I'm able to take the time out to be able to do this. And VA, I caught that too. Oh my God. He loves the back gate. I'm just going to leave it at that because there was a pun intended on that and it's so bad. It's so bad. So bad. Thank you, Chick again.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble recollecting everything.
I'm gonna step away for a second.
Anything that you remember, maybe she might have told you.
She didn't mention anything in particular. I made a joke about her Crocs. She wears Crocs and socks. So we were joking about that.
Would she say she's usually like a happy, go lucky girl?
Very happy. She brings a lot of joy. She's a very good girl.
That bothers me every time. She brings a lot of joy. She's a very good girl. Knowing the context of it now, it's so bad. So bad. Yay, Chick gifted 5 memberships and became a member. Thank you. Yeah, such a creepy POS.
It definitely doesn't feel the same around here if she's not here. She was so happy too.
Yes, she wasn't happy.
She was looking forward to my visit here. She was looking forward to us all being together.
Bullshit.
She was just happy. She was just very happy.
That's all redacted out. I got something redacted that he's talking about. All right, let's go a little bit forward. Luckily, we are not listening to it live.
You go, so she's getting the PMS mood swings, and when they butt heads, and so as well as you can expect, but otherwise very loving, very loving. This girl knows nothing but love here in this house. She hardly ever hears the word no.
Yeah, right.
Double-edged sword that is.
How is she in school?
So-so. She's so-so in school.
Like grade-wise,
she's
or
doing a lot
behavior-wise?
better though. Apparently, she just made Student of the Week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we're very proud of her. She's doing singing, choir, and she's sounding just amazing. She sang for me last night. I immediately wanted to show her the movie Sister Act because of the choir singing. It was so pretty. It reminded me. Told her I was very proud of her.
Does she have does she like video games, anything like that?
She does like video games, yeah. She plays Roblox, Minecraft. I think those are the 2 big ones that I know of.
You don't know her to like ever have any friends on there that she talks to, anything
She
like that?
does. She does group chats. She does like voice chatting too on it. Usually with like her cousins or her friends, and they'll all be playing Roblox or something, yelling at each other on the phone.
When's the last time you all lived together?
I feel like the cop is trying to trip him up with the questioning. That's part of an officer's job, is to keep them talking, and definitely listen for past tense, present tense, the things that they say to kind of bring it all together so they can say, oh, like Jen Soto was protecting Stephan Stearns. What is he even talking about right now? I mean, he's just like reminiscing about stuff. Nora Rosario, thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. Awesome. I'm going to pretend like there's a dancing avocado on it. Thank you. Jen definitely kept him around to be a fill-in parent. He knew more about Maddie than Jen did. I agree. I think she didn't want to be by herself, and she got that extra helping hand, and she didn't have to be alone. She wanted to fill that void with something, and it was that sicko Stearns. But I think she knew what was up.
December.
And you said the reason was for your parents down there?
Yeah, going down to help them because they're getting on in age and they're making their end-of-life plans, and they need someone to help out.
Can you unlock this one more time? Please?
Sure.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, are you guys done?
No, we're good.
The other detective mentioned that you did not have your phone yesterday.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
I left my phone at home in the morning too. I was so busy riding her to the door on time that I left my phone. She left her phone. We
Okay.
both left our phones.
Did you have your phone when you went to the smoke shop?
Not the first time after I dropped her off. I was still without it. I got my phone and went back to the smoke shop.
Okay.
Later when I got home.
And then I also noticed, I was checking your call history. I noticed that you don't have anything before this morning. Is that unusual on your phone?
No, it's a new phone.
All right, this is where they start to trip them up. This is my favorite part, where they trip them up and then listen to this. And Sadie's mama, member for 4 months. You are awesome. Avocado, avocado, avocado. Thank you. All right, this is my favorite part.
Stupid. I went to do an update yesterday morning, and I don't know what the fuck. Pardon me. I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone and lose all of my contacts, all my information.
Mm-hmm. What time was that? Do you remember?
Sometime while I was hanging out with Jen. Jen might.
So he reset it. He factory reset his phone when he was with Jen. Does that say anything to you people? He was with Jen. She didn't notice he was factory reset it. And I missed this one. So pray every day. That is actually a really good idea, especially in this messed up world that we call life with all of these crimes going on. Pray every day. $10 super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I totally missed that, but I didn't miss it now. So thank you. And you guys should pray every day too. Oh, all right. He was with Jen when he factory reset his phone. I always catch something new every time.
No, I looked at her and said, "What did I just do?"
Okay.
She might know better. I don't know what time it was. It was when I was here with Jen.
Okay. I don't think I have any other questions. Do you?
I don't know where my head was yesterday. It was so far up my backside.
That's okay. We understand. In the meantime, while we're waiting for all this to get sorted out, I am going to hold on to your phone, okay?
Yes.
I'll give it back to you when we're done. Okay? Do you have any questions for us?
How long are you gonna need my phone?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for my supervisor to call me.
My dad. It's just my dad's using that to get a hold of me and get updates.
They can call Jen's phone.
Okay.
Did the other detective give you his business card?
I believe so.
Okay, well, here's mine in case you want it for any reason. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you swear that everything you told us is true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it. I know it's a little hectic right now.
Did you hear how he said yes? By the way, I want you guys to know that tones are important. So when someone is saying something to you and you're asking them a direct question and their voice lowers, yes, I swear. He said yes, and his tone dropped like 10 notches. Thank you, Candy Bo Cook. Says, I love this channel. Every time he lies, his tone drops. I love that she just took his phone like that. So we're going to take your phone and we're going to keep it for a while. We're going to keep it forever. You're never getting it back because you're going to jail. All right. Double-edged sword. What? Right. Fading facts. I love that. I love that, Tiff Knox. Fading facts. Absolutely. All right. We're going to go on to the next one in a sec here.
And then I know you were about to head somewhere. If you can just hang tight and refrain from going back in your car, please.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I was actually going to move it over a spot.
No, just leave it here. It's fine. Thank you.
Ooh, she's mad as hell. Mad as hell. All right, let's go to the next one, y'all. We have time for the next one. We have lots to go through, but thank you for being here. Liar, liar, pants on fire. You guys are amazing. Hit the like button while we're in the middle of this. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Also, share the content. If you're in the rewatch crew, share the content. When I say this, Don't forget to do that. I always forget when I'm watching my favorite channels to hit the like button. So I'll go out and I'll hit the like button real quick and I'll go back in. Thank you. I'll put that on the bottom because I think we have 400 or 500 likes, but 761 people in chat. Snoop Dogg says, liar, liar, pants on fire. Is my medicine song. Busy when we're done. I've always thought that was sassy. What's the point in moving it over a spot? Well, he wanted to get into his car and get something is what it was. There's no point. And he makes 0 sense about anything. Awesome community. Love you, Jay. Thank you. All right, let's keep going. This one's the February 27th at 12:05 hours. And we've heard this audio, but it sounds clear. Detective Hunt clarifies the activities on Sunday night into Monday with Stephan and tells him that Jennifer said she sent him and Maddie upstairs to sleep, and he confirmed that I was correct. Stephan says Maddie was so happy that when and that's when he sounds like he's crying. The interview ends at 12:23, and we can hear Stephan sounding like he's crying towards the end as he speaks about Maddie, PMS mood swings, and how bad the teenage years are already. He complains about his parents being a stressful place full of poodles and deaf people. I think this is the one we listened to, but this can't be the same one. Let's listen to it for a minute because this can't be the same one. Can it? Let's listen to it real quick. Make sure it says 12:05, so it can't be the same one.
27th, 12:05 hours for OCSO case 24-011313 is Detective Hunt. Can you state your full name?
Stephan Stearns.
All right, Stephan. Real quick, you sort of affirm that everything you're about to tell me is the truth?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you know kind of why I'm at here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Involving. When is the last time that you saw?
Dropped her off.
Why is it coming shit?
Okay. About what time was it?
It sounds terrible. What happened?
And it's my understanding that you dropped her off like a little bit away from school.
Why does it sound like that, y'all?
And when you say hoop, do you?
Hold on. I don't know why it sounds like that. Do you hear that? We're going to say ciao. I don't know how to say your name, but you're a new member. CIONAOD. I don't know why it sounds like that. He knows he's busted for sure. All right. Let me try a different one. I'm going to stop sharing this for a second and see what. I wanted to listen to all the audio of him, y'all. Why does it sound like that? I think it's that audio. One second. Hold on. This sucks. This is not cool. Not cool. All right. Let's see what this one is real quick. I don't know why it sounds like that. All right, we haven't heard this interview with Jen Soto, mother of Maddie. This interview ends at 11:44, but it's not clear what date the interview took place. Jen talks about her arrangement and relationship with her boyfriend, Stephan Stearns. She talks about getting him a job with his dad, but the job fell through. Let me see if I can hear this. Okay, we'll listen to this one then since we have some time. I don't know what happened to that one, but you guys are stuck. You guys are stuck listening to this with me, and we have to get through this audio together because I have to. I have to report on it. Hold on.
Okay. And that was about 11.
Yeah. All right. What happened?
I sent them upstairs.
All right, so once we get through all the audio of the interviews, then we're going to go to the audio of the. I wasn't the one I was listening to had a bunch of like reverb, and I tried to take it out and I couldn't. So Randy B, thank you for love to be stuck with me. After we go over these ones, then we're going to go to all the teachers and stuff. So if you guys already listened to that, I'm going to cover it on my channel and we can talk about it.
And I went to bed.
Yes.
And that was about 11.
Yeah.
And do you guys normally all sleep together? Because I know you said that she sleeps in your room with you typically, right?
She sleeps with me typically. Typically when he comes into town, because he lives with his parents in Northport, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes to town, he'll sleep in the guest bedroom.
Okay. And Stephan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, Stephan Stearns.
Stephan. How often does he stay here?
Oh.
Now, I want to point out that she's hesitant about this because she doesn't want to say that Stephan hadn't been there for 6 weeks and that she just sent Maddie to bed with him right when he got there. So she's hesitant. Listen to the way her voice fluctuates and the big long pauses in it. That's why I want to go through all this with you, and I'm not going to be done until I go through all the audio. Now, I could just do a pre-record and listen to it, but I'd rather do it with you and answer your questions in chat. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like, subscribe, and share.
He moved away back in December, so I'm gonna say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
Oh, okay. Why did he move away?
He was offered his dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Oh.
So
I
now
love
we're
that.
trying to get him back here.
And he just visits?
Yeah.
When he visits, does he stay for like hours, days, weeks?
I would say days. This time we had planned on him staying a whole week because I was going through training at work. So I wanted him to be here to help me with the dog, help me with the training.
Okay, so this time he was planning to stay for a week. How long has he been here? Or when did he arrive, rather, this time?
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
Okay, that's fine. Sometime this weekend?
Yeah.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around, I'm going to say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And was it just Steph?
No, she
Who else
didn't.
lives there?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro. There's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone in specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stephan came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out. And the dog gets really nervous sometimes. So I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash. But he got him situated and took him for a walk.
I hate her.
Did you hear around 7 or 8?
That.
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was exactly.
Who it was exactly, yeah.
Gotcha.
It could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep, yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around 8:50 at the latest.
Okay. What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. And so I think you had said the previous night, you and Stephan had agreed that he was going to get and take her in the morning? Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. When'd you find that out?
When did I find that out? When Stephan called me around 10:18 in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done, and he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands, and that I asked, did you guys ever just stop at McDonald's? And he said no. She changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
Yes.
What time did you leave the house yesterday in the morning? Or what time did you step out, rather?
I'm going to say around
right
9:30.
Had Stephan returned at all?
No.
So you were there from, just so I have my times kind of right, so you woke up around 7 or 8. You saw Stephan, because you helped him with the dog, because he was letting the dog out, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back to sleep, or were you just kind of in the room?
I laid back down and went back to sleep.
Okay. And then, do you remember what time you woke up after that?
I believe I set my alarm for 9 a.m.
Gotcha. So it would have been around 9 a.m. that you woke up. And in that time, you didn't see Stephan return at all? Okay. You left around 9:30, and then Stephan called you around 10 to say he got home?
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Okay. Did he say anything else aside from she didn't want to go to McDonald's?
About her, no. About his morning, yes. He had tried going to the vape shop when it opened right after he dropped her off from school and waited, but they never opened on time. So he came back, hung out a little bit. He came home around 10 and then went back out eventually to the vape store to go get.
Listen, Casey Anthony walked, and that was a jury trial. So would they allow her, another guilty mom, to walk if they don't have evidence? They might not have a choice, but I feel like it's a tactic. I feel like it's a tactic to make her comfortable, and she might have a good lawyer right now. We don't know. So hopefully we get something and she does get arrested, because when I just tell you that Jen Soto let Maddie, or she sent Maddie to sleep with Stephan for years, she let her do that. That alone is a crime.
Some deep stuff.
So he left after 10. What time did you get back home for the day?
Let me think about it. Hold on.
Let me check something. I want to check what time my blood work appointment is at. I'll give you more of an accurate time.
Yeah.
So she's looking through her phone, I think, right now to check her times and the different text messages and collaborate her fake story. Clark, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. You say, Jay, I know about the 10-year-old in the garbage can. His mom is evil incarnate. Right. I do want to go. I do want to cover that case. I do. And I'm glad that you know about it, because I want to bring it to light. I don't even know who that little boy is. And I think that kid needs a little bit of attention and a voice for him. It's disgusting. His name was Zion, and the mom said he didn't exist, and then they found him in a trash can. Very sad, these cases. Get your story straight, Jen.
Okay, so my appointment was at 10:15 and it took them 45 minutes to see me. So I didn't get home until 11:15, 11:30.
And was Stephan back at that point in time?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And then what did the day look like after that?
This lady, man, just talk.
That's fine.
Tell him what happened.
So I did my blood work, then I came back, and then I just waited. I waited for the rest of the day until 2:30 to leave. I wait in the car line, so I'm first in line to pick her up.
Yeah, that car line can be vicious.
Bullshit.
She left approximately 2:30.
Yeah.
And pickups around 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you got there at 4, then what happened?
I waited in the car line for about 10 minutes, and she never came out.
You
So
waited
I thought
for 3 hours.
maybe I missed her. I couldn't remember if I told her I was picking her up from school that day or if she had to walk to the office.
Okay.
So I went to the office to see if she made it. She never did. I drove around a little bit.
I'm going to be interested to hear the roommates and what they saw and what they didn't. So far, we've only heard that they heard a thud or putting something on the table, which is an odd statement. So nobody said that yet, but we haven't heard everything. And like I said, things come in waves. And I had just said there was going to be a wave coming, and then I'm not going to report on Maddie until something else comes out, and then the wave hit. So hopefully this audio brings us for a while until the next wave hits. I hope.
Okay.
I drove around a little bit, looking for her. I went back to the school. The school was closed at this point.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak to somebody at the office to see if anybody could tell me if she had been there. I think at this point I had called, before I went to the school, I actually called her best friend and I said, with you, I can't find her. She didn't walk to the office and she wasn't at school when I went to pick her up. She said she never made it. She's it's a first or second period. And I'm like, what do you mean? I dropped her off.
I do want to explain that, Krista Kane. I say things come in waves, meaning that things hit. A wave is something like really big that crashes. And whenever we get information in the YouTube true crime community or the news, it happens all at once. So you'll get nothing for a long time, and then all of a sudden a bunch of paperwork or audio or interrogation or information comes out all at once, something really big. So that's what I mean by a wave. So hopefully the next wave of information and documents comes out while we're still working on this, so we can have more, because we all want to know.
Dropped her off close to school. And she said she didn't make it to first, second period. I said, please check with the rest of your friends. She did. She got back to me, said none of them saw her today. I emailed one of her teachers. Her teacher texted me her attendance for the whole day and told me she wasn't in school at all. That's when I knew something was wrong, and I freaked out.
Okay.
Now,
is it typical to walk to after school?
If I'm working, yes.
Yep.
And where I mean, in relation to the school, like, is it?
They're basically saying Maddie's name when they redact it out, and selective amnesia. She is telling the story in bullet points. Why isn't she showing the emotion or showing that she's freaked out? Why is she saying, I was freaked out? Something's not right. And I believe she'll be arrested sooner than later.
Close walk, long walk.
It's a very close walk.
They did.
So typically in the morning, if
that too.
Or I guess before Stephan moved, did he live with y'all?
Stop redacting it. Potatoes don't have emotions. Agreed. All right, let's go before. So many pauses.
In the time since he's been back. Well, not this time because he's only come back over the weekend, but in the other times, he's done it maybe once or twice.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Is there any reason that he drops her off, or he dropped her off a block away instead of dropping her off to the school?
Because she asked. Because she is embarrassed of his car.
What a story.
How did she expressed that?
multiple times when we've been like, okay, I think Stephan might take you to school or he might pick you up. She goes, can he pick me up far away? Can he leave me here? Like, I don't want to be seen. I'm just like,
What car does he drive? I'm curious.
it's that Buick.
Oh, okay.
That's not funny.
But to her, that's an old hoopty car.
Fancy taste. I get it.
Huh?
I get it.
So many pauses.
Can you remember anything about Sunday or Saturday or this weekend where she may have said that she was wanting to hang out with friends or something she was wanting to do or anything?
On Sunday, she actually had a party and she had some friends come over.
And I wasn't there
She
because I was
hasn't expressed
working.
that she wanted. She actually got to spend time with friends and family. She had a great Sunday. She came back with a lot of presents. She was super happy.
Okay. So no arguments at home recently or anything?
No, nothing like that.
Has she ever, in the totality of, I guess, everything, as long as she's been
Right? Can you remember?
Gone off to spend time by herself or gone to hang out at a park by herself or something to kind of clear her own head?
It's like pulling teeth in this interview, and it's like, I'm like, come on, just speak, lady. Can you actually remember anything about your child? Don't you have anything to say? Man, I last saw her last night. I wish I would have hugged her more. I don't know where she is today. I can't imagine where she went. She just had a party yesterday and she was so happy. Well, none of that's true. Oh, this lady.
So there's a lake right behind this building. She'll sometimes sit at the dock or by the lake, but I check on her often.
Okay.
No, you don't.
I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, if she, I don't know if something at school upset her, something here upset her. Not that it would be anyone's fault, but if there's somewhere that she may go for, like, you know, peace of
No
mind.
emotion.
Yeah, it would be the lake right behind the house.
Does she do any extracurriculars?
No.
There you go.
Got it. Now your roommates, I know you told me their names earlier, but can you give them to me again? I didn't write them down.
Sure. Angelica. And then Negro, Nigro. And then Nathalie, which is Nathale. Rosero.
Rosero. Okay. Do you have their phone numbers by chance? If they're not here.
Amy, maybe you missed that at the beginning of the show. We did ask where Jen is now, and the news station said that she was with her family laying low. So we've been speculating that for a long time, that Jen is with Stephanie Soto and Yolanda Zambrano, which is her mom, and that side of the Soto family, which indeed she is. And she after she checked herself into a mental hospital and out, that's where she went. She doesn't go anywhere else. She can't like leave the country or anything. And the reason nobody's asking that is because we answered that at the beginning of the show. She thinks she's a slick potato, Cece. She's not.
Are you okay? Do you have to use the bathroom?
No, I'm just anxious.
Okay.
I've got anxiety.
Yep.
Let me see.
I have anxiety.
Okay, Angelica, she primarily speaks Spanish, so you probably need a Spanish speaker.
Yep, she's hiding out. They said laying low, but it's hiding out.
I don't think if she gets
I don't
yelling
know.
or if she gets in trouble for anything, it's for her disorganization and messiness. So she leaves laundry on the floor. Her room's a mess. She keeps her space very disorganized. So I kind of get on top of her. Do I remember the actual argument? No.
And someone said that's verbal leakage when she says she kind of gets on top of her. Many people speculated to me when this was going down that Jen came in and they had a fight and she attacked Maddie and got on top of her and strangled her herself. So seeing that note or that love letter thing that Stephan supposedly wrote for Maddie about her hair was golden or whatever it said, I do think that Jen had something to do with it. And yeah, Jen's a mess. She's not working. I'm sure she either quit her job or lost her job. She couldn't show up there. Somebody would attack her.
When I went through her text messages back on February 2nd or 3rd, she had expressed to a friend that, I was crazy. I was acting, being nuts.
Almost stuff to say.
Yeah, apparently I don't remember this in this conversation. I remember saying this once, but not in February. But she had said, if she continues to behave this way or not listen, when she turns 18, I'm not going to want to live with her.
Okay.
Or also, I would ship her off to her dad's.
Oh.
But I never.
Where does her dad live?
Houston, Texas.
Okay.
You
Has
should
she
ship
ever
her off
expressed
to her
wanting
dad's.
to go back and live with them?
No.
How often does she see him or talk to him at all?
Talks to him once in a while.
Because of you, Jen, because you got a lawyer and you ran them out of town and you paid top dollar. Your mom paid top dollar for the lawyers to not give him custody. Eve Phelps, shut up, Jen, making your daughter sound bad. A messy space. She didn't have a regular room. I agree. And y'all, there's 810 people in chat. If you guys can hit that like button for me, get me in the algorithm. Let's get better guests and better content. Be able to get the FOIAs so we can have the content first. Now there's 818 people in chat. Please help this channel out. Help us grow. Thank you.
Via phone or probably?
Yeah, via phone, yeah.
Okay.
Hit the like button.
Text message or Instagram, they'll message each other. But I talked to him last night and she's like, just so you're aware, she hasn't said anything about making plans to come over here or see me or come visit me. So he doesn't have any information on where she might be.
Okay.
He's actually willing to come over here too if we need him to.
Okay.
Of course he is.
But she's never made any plans, I guess, to go see him.
No.
What's her dad's name?
Tyler Wallace.
Do you know?
Tyler Wallace.
So I think it's this one.
It's this one. You don't know her dad's number.
And were they bond and talk or anything that like she? I guess I would try to rule out the possibility that she would be trying to go to Texas and see him or meet up with him or.
They're as close as they can be with how limited contact he does have with her. He texts her once in a blue, right? Not as consistent as I would like him to, but
I hate her.
She's making her move to go.
Yeah.
She's left her debit card here. All of her money's here. Her cell phone's here.
Is it typical of her to leave her cell phone? Does she normally have it?
She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. This happens often.
Oh, so she frequently forgets her time.
How many times have we heard her say that same scripted thing? She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. And if I need a backup plan, she's autistic and she doesn't do this or do that. Oh, give me a break, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as her mental diagnosis, she's diagnosed with ADHD. How long has she had ADHD?
Since she was like 5, 6. They also diagnosed her at the same time with autism.
There you go.
So she's had an autism diagnosis for a few years now. I've reassessed her recently, They told me she had some autistic traits, but they weren't sure if she was autistic. So
I mean, do you ever notice her mental capacity impact?
Now they're going to ask about her mental capacity, which it wasn't diminished at all. She was a normal functioning young lady, according to the ex roommate and any of her friends. They didn't mention her asthma at all, but she did have an inhaler in her backpack. Jen never said that. She never said she needs to get her asthma or she needs to get her inhaler. Also, I looked back at the photos and they're inside of her bag with her makeup and things. There were sleeping pills in there. Why does she have sleeping pills in her backpack? What's up, Dion Peel? 4.99 super chat. Thank you. So why didn't one of them say the two of them called each other? That's a good question. That's a good question. There's a lot of things that weren't said in this. Lots of things. I don't know. They're keeping it limited and on script, in my opinion.
Affecting her ability to, I guess, be around other kids or function normally?
I would say sometimes, because she acts. I'm not sure. Sometimes she'll make some decisions that I'm just like, where did that come from? Like,
I mean, is that like, would that be a result of a mental disability, or would that be like the result of her being? I mean, does she? I guess like basic questions I always kind of ask her: can she feed herself without assistance? Does she shower and bathe without assistance? I mean, she has a phone, so she can text and talk to people. She has friends at school. Gotcha.
Stephan Stearns helps her.
Has she ever complained about school?
not complained exactly. I know it's tough on her. She's given a lot of work. She's always behind on work.
Okay. Got it. And I think the deputies already last night kind of went through her social media a little bit, but
that I
if you're
agree.
okay with it, I'd actually like to take her phone so that I can see if I can get anything else from it. Typically I will typically me being able to go through it and go through text and social media will help me sort of establish a pattern of where people go and whatnot. If that's something you'd let me do.
Sure. Will you take her phone away forever, or just for right now?
Just for as long as I need it to actually go through it. So I'll give it back to you as soon as I'm done. As soon as we find her, I'll get back to her, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's just about all the questions I have at the moment. You know her better than I do. I guess my last thing would be like, what do you think based off of everything that we've talked about and everything that you've learned so far? Is anything sticking out to you?
Based off of everything, me knowing her and knowing how she is, and
yeah, speak up, lady.
How tight knit we are. Like, I don't think she would run away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was taken, like on that short walk from where she was dropped off to the school. It was early in the morning. I'm not sure how many cars were around.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was dropped off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, which is earlier than we normally take her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I want you guys to realize that it was starting to leak out. New York baby boomer. When you see the diaries or the journals with the pictures of a young girl giving a man a blowjob and sexual depictions, she was starting to let this out. Friends were starting to catch on. Teachers were starting to think, what, she's doing good now. What's the deal? Like, it was starting to come out. So I want you to know that it probably would have got out sooner than later. I don't think you can hold something like that, not only hold it in for 7 or 8 years, but also not let somebody figure it out or wonder what it is that's wrong with your behavior, what's going on. So I think that's what happened. It was coming to a head and it was going to come out, and Maddie probably did threaten that she was going to say something.
I want to say, from what I understood, Orange County got footage of someone by the church in a description of what she was wearing early that morning, just hanging out in the parking lot, and then she got up and left.
Yeah, so the video, they wrote it here, but there was a video.
The court dates keep changing, so trial's not going to happen for a while. I think the next court date is sometime in October, but it's probably going to change. Jan's not making any sense here, and her theory is not much of one.
Of essentially what looks like her at around 8:45, just about that time, walking into that church parking lot that's right near where she got dropped off by Stephan. And it looks like she sits there for about 15 minutes or so and then walks away. So
I'm wondering if it's typical for her to wait at that parking lot too for my stepdad to pick her up from school, so it's not abnormal for her to hang out there.
In that parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of any reason why she might have chosen yesterday morning to wait there? I mean, obviously, your stepdad's not picking her up in the morning, but
I wonder if she knew, like, if she had an idea she was super early, so she was just trying to kill time a little bit. But I don't know why she didn't go directly to the school. Like,
Kill time.
Okay.
I know when Stephan dropped her off, he said that he saw her rummaging through her phone as he drove away, like deeply looking into her backpack.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she
No,
was
he
looking for
didn't.
her phone and realized she didn't have it with her at that time.
Got it.
But
Okay. Does she have any kind of boyfriend or significant other?
All right. Now she's going to say she would know if she did. Jen's father his name is Juan, and he's from Puerto Rico. He goes back to Puerto Rico after he moves out of Jen's house. Now, I don't know how long he was there or if he was there when this happened. All right, we're going to wrap this up. It's almost done. What does Jen know about Maddie's boyfriend?
At school that she's ever talked about or expressed?
no boyfriend. She did recently tell Stephan that she had a crush on a boy.
Yeah, right. It was probably him that he was talking about himself. Rowena Reigns, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Everything helps.
Oh, okay.
And we saw messages between them and nothing seemed weird. But
No,
can
you
look into that
didn't.
as well. His
Thank
name
you.
is
I assume another middle school boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, that is all the questions I have for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'll just get one more quick
All right. Well, let's see what
thing from you. 11:44 hours.
All right, y'all. We made it through another 2 audios. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for gifting all the memberships. I have 3 separate memberships and super chats and super stickers. You guys are awesome. So it's a deal. We're going to continue going through the audio, going through the images as they come out, going through all of the news clips as the news comes out. We're going to cover this as much as we can. I love you all too. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys for being amazing in chat and being nice and kind with each other, being able to talk things out, answer questions, and I just appreciate you. Grizzly here. What do you think about the theory it happened downstairs? I think it's a possibility it could have happened downstairs, especially since him trying to move Maddie's body from downstairs would be easier. If it happened downstairs, then that means that Jen was downstairs when it happened because that was her room, and the room was just like one big bed and one big room. So again, if it happened downstairs, then Jen happened to be there. So yeah, anything's possible. I wouldn't rule that out at this point, but I don't know what difference it makes in the case right now if it was upstairs or downstairs. Thank you, Scary Sherry. Thank you always for the support. I love you all. And on that note, I'm gonna get out of here, go eat some dinner, hang out with the fam. I love you all. Thank you.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?